Google Chrome holds about 65% of the market, with many people using it as their primary browser. Yet, despite this massive market ownership, many people still don't know how to actually use Google. Of course, this isn't your fault, as Google isn't exactly good at updating its user base. After all, you update the browser and immediately go back to what you are doing. But with these browser updates comes greater functionality. And in some cases, we're just stuck in the old way of doing things in one way or another. So to help you make a better browsing experience, we have 15 tips that you can use to make Google Chrome a better experience. Before we jump in, we just want to say that privacy and security is really important to us here at the Cyberlab. So make sure to check out some of our favorites, such as Surfshark VPN, Norton Antivirus, and pCloud Cloud Storage, and more through links in our description and get up to 81% off. Let's get started, shall we? Our first tip. You can sync information like bookmarks, history, passwords, and browser settings. It helps you automatically log in on Google or YouTube. If you get a new device, all of your settings come with you on your Google account. All you need to do is open Chrome on the computer, click the little profile icon in the top right, sign in, and click the Turn on Sync button. You need to do this with each new Chrome browser on each device. Of course, you might not want to do it because letting Google access your everything might be uncomfortable. Our second tip. If you have multiple users of the same computer, sharing bookmarks or settings isn't fun. But you can separate these bookmarks by creating multiple profiles. You don't even need these profiles to have individual Google accounts. To do this, click on the profile button in the upper right and click Add. From there, you'll add the new profile and create a name for it. The new user can pick a photo, change the name, or create a new color scheme. Much like a room divided by tape, it's a great way to ensure things aren't touching. Why a pizza? Anyway, moving on. Next, you can install extensions to improve your browser. Chrome is incredibly customizable. The Chrome Web Store has multiple extensions and themes to prove this, so build the browser of your dreams. We recommend that you browse for your options, but here are a few extensions that you can get for productivity and security. Ghostery, a free privacy ad blocker that will stop trackers and speed up websites. Honey, an app that's great for shoppers who want to double check their discounts. Tab Manager Plus, an app that makes your tabs more customizable. And Pocket, an excellent tool for those who want to save online articles for reading later. Ask yourself what you prioritize in a browser, but try to control how many extensions you install, as that can slow you down. There is such a thing as too much. But this is the right amount of cheese wheels. I'm pretty sure of it. Our fourth tip reminds us to learn our keyboard shortcuts. You can find these shortcuts by going to the Google support page, support.google.com, and search for Chrome keyboard shortcuts. Learning these shortcuts can help improve your productivity. For example, did you know that you could jump to a specific tab by holding Control and pressing a number 1 through 8? Meanwhile, Control 9 lets you jump to the rightmost tab. That means if you have 10 tabs open, tab number 9 is forever lost and alone. There are also other keyboard shortcuts to search from anywhere on the page. Jump to the address bar and clear your browsing data. Learning a few of these can help you save some time. Another way to save time, which conveniently leads us to our next tip, is to customize your new tab page. By default, the new tab page lets you choose a blank page that has a search bar. However, you can also select a new tab to lead to another homepage. You can make that homepage useful for you. For example, you could lead it to your current to-do list or the news items for the day. You can also create your unique dashboard and daily reminder page using the note-taking app like Notion. Other people like to get a special tab dashboard extension like Momentum. These new tab extensions give you quotes to inspire you, get weather, or support their to-do lists. Just be careful not to overdo it. Did you know that you could check for compromised passwords with Google? That's our tip number 6. Part of Google Chrome's sync settings lets you store your passwords via your Google account. While we might prefer other password managers, like Dashlane, for their heightened security, Google offers a great entry-level solution to multi-factor authentication and password checking. To check your passwords, log into your Google account and go to passwords.google.com. Go to Password Checkup and check passwords. Google will point out the compromised passwords which you should change. When changing them, you can update them across multiple platforms. Dismissing these warnings could lead to more lost data, so take them seriously. As long as we are on the topic of good habits for Google Chrome, you should know how to delete your browser history, our 7th tip. Now, you could go to Settings, click Internet Options, go to your Privacy and Security Settings, and click Clear Browsing Data, but that's one too many clicks. Instead, you can clear your browsing history by holding down Control, Shift, and Delete. I've just saved you at least 20 seconds a week.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.
Thank you.
Have you stuck with me this far? Good, because our next set of tips are gonna get advanced. I'm also contractually obligated by this script to ask you to like and subscribe. Hurry up. If you haven't liked and subscribed beyond this point, you have committed a federal offense. A 300 Pelican hit squad is coming to your house to break your legs. Just kidding, just kidding. In other news, did you know that you could perform a reverse image search directly from Google Chrome? All you need to do is pull up the Google search engine, search for the image, right-click the image you want to search more of, and click S. This brings up related and visually similar images if you scroll down a bit. If you don't want to search for images already on the Google image search, click the camera button just to the right of the search bar. This will let you search with your images. It's amazing how far we have come as a civilization. Wow. How annoying is it when you access a website for the first time only to get a request to send you notifications? Do you want to get rid of that for good? You can pre-block all notifications before they get to you, which is our tip number 9. To do this, find the site settings heading under Privacy and Security. From there, select the notifications and untoggle the sites can ask to send notifications bar. If there are sites that you want as an exception to the rule, you can scroll to the bottom of the page and add the site's URLs to the allowed list. For example, if you use Zoom, blocking microphone and video access requests may not be very convenient. Thankfully, this is one of those pop-up windows that are pretty easy to stop. If you visit a site with another annoying pop-up window, this setting won't help you. But you can send the website a strongly worded reminder that navigating their website feels like getting whiplash on a roller coaster. For tip number 10, it's about 5 tips in one. Namely, it's a reminder that tabs have evolved since they were first popular. Let's start by discussing different tab groups, which lets you create tabs and various sub-tabs within those tabs. To create new tab groups, right-click one tab that you want to be grouped with the other tabs and click Add Tab to New Group. Next, you can name the group, add other pages to the tab, and color the tab for easy recognition. For example, college students can use this feature to create a group of tabs for different types of research. This also lets you move multiple tabs by a group. If you want to move individual tabs from the group to other areas, there is another way. By holding down Control and clicking multiple tabs, you can select them all one by one. Then you can drag and drop the set of selected tabs to another window. You can also pin a tab, which makes it smaller, only showing the site's icon. This feature makes it easier to have multiple sites open, as it reduces the tab only to the site's icon. This solves the ocean of tabs issue that you run into when you get deep into a project. Finally, in a somewhat non-standard feature, you can mute your tabs individually by right-clicking and selecting, well, mute. This allows you to stop the audio when you can identify which tab is playing terrible music. Of course, if you don't want to mute the sound completely, you can use our tip number 11. Use the built-in sound and video controls. Whenever you play a YouTube video or audio from most websites, you'll find a media icon that's 3 bars and a music note to the right of the address bar. By clicking this, you'll see the options to play, seek forward, seek backward, or separate the YouTube window so you can view it on other sites. Of course, this isn't exactly an audio mixer for controlling the noise levels from these tabs. It's more of a glorified set of buttons. Our tip number 12 asks the question, did you know you can install some web pages like apps? These app installation pages can be found on some select websites. For example, you can find one on YouTube, another one on Microsoft's Office page, and a few third-party apps. So why would you want to do this? Well, when it comes to YouTube, okay, you got me. I guess the app makes YouTube a bit faster. Maybe? It's more useful for progressive web apps or those that use your file systems. For example, there are certain video editing apps like InVideo that use your computer-side file systems despite being a cloud-based install. This saves you time from needing to upload your files individually. Microsoft Office also has similar benefits, but there's another, more popular Windows-based application for it. In that case, you might want to close it using the Chrome Task Manager, conveniently tip number 13. To access the Task Manager, go to the settings in the upper right and scroll down to the menu until you find more tools. Clicking Task Manager will pull up a familiar site, a Task Manager. While it's simpler, you can find out which of your pages are consuming the most. You can also click the End Process button to stop that massive usage, saving your computer some much needed CPU speed. You might be able to solve this problem by changing some Chrome settings. But who wants to do this regularly in the settings when you can do it through Chrome URLs, which is our tip number 14. To access this list of URLs, enter Chrome, Chrome-URLs/. This lets you access your search history and Chrome settings on one basic page. Because some people prefer simple text, this might be an appealing navigational alternative. It also helps you avoid going through a maze of menus to get where you need to go. Of course, you could also learn some of your Chrome shortcuts, but it might not help you get everywhere. Finally, I find few people know about this, even though it's a feature. The ability to cast content from your browser to a Chromecast, our last tip, number 15. Chromecasts are sort of like Roku devices or Fire TV sticks. The difference is that they are receivers, meaning that you don't use these devices to play. Instead, you rely on other devices, which is mostly your phone. By adjusting some settings on your Chrome browser, you can also cast your browser screen. First, check to see if you can by clicking the three-dot menu in the upper right, finding the More menu and clicking Cast. If that's not there, check your settings under Extensions to find a media router extension. If you use third-party Chromium browsers for privacy like Brave, you'll have to take this step to make it work. You shouldn't need any web store extensions to make it work though. So that's 15 tips and tricks that you can use for Google Chrome. Some were a bit obvious, but others might have surprised you. Of course, if you think we've missed any tips, then please let us know in the comments below. Otherwise, like our video and subscribe to our channel if you thought this was helpful. With your support, we can continue making awesome videos. Thanks, I'll see you next time.